Operation of the PRM902, a pair of 9-inch A or Q simply indicates higher resolution screens, but operation is essentially the same. When the monitor is not being fed any DC power, no LEDs would appear. As we see here, we have two red LEDs. They're the power LEDs, and that's because I'm feeding power through the XLR4. Now I've got two monitors. One is being fed an analog signal, the other is being fed a digital signal. The motor cross, that's an SDI. I've got two SDI inputs, SD or HD, and I've got a component composite RGB in feed, and this is actually what I'm being fed right now from a DVD on the left monitor. In default mode, no on-screen display appears, no VU meters, no waveform or vector, no timecode, closed captioning, or audio can be heard. They need to be adjusted through the menu that's in the monitor. So let's go and switch the input on the left monitor to SDI so that we have both signals being fed to the two different monitors, or the single signal being fed to both monitors. I'm going to press the menu button. A menu appears. I'm going to go to the waveform menu. So I press the up to get to the setup. Press enter to get into it. Waveform position, waveform blending. I'm going to turn it on. The position is right bottom. I could change that if I needed to. And I'm going to press menu again. Press the vector button, and now you can see I have a parade of Y, CR, CB, because this is an SDI signal, so I'm actually able to see this. If I toggle the switch, now I'm looking at the Y, now I'm looking at CB, CR, vector waveform. So simply toggling through the switch allows me to see everything. And in the blend mode, as you can see, I see the luminance levels of each one of the components, but I also see the video signal. Now I'm going to use the other monitor to show other things. So I can tog in audio levels. In this case, they're horizontal VU meters, and there's only audio on tracks 1 and 2. I have a volume button, but if I increase volume, I can't hear anything. And that's because, by nature, in the menu, you need to effectively tell it, oh, I'd like to hear audio. So the monitor has internal speakers, and you press the menu, go into the audio setup, which is in the settings or system, press enter, go through the pages. I'm going to put timecode on, VITC, go to the next menu, audio level meters, and audio channel. I press enter, up and down. I'm going to put channel 1 and 2 so I can hear both of them. And in this case, I'll also put the audio level meter on. In this case, I'll put in vertical, different mode from the right monitor. Press menu so that it goes away, and increase the volume. So now the left monitor has vertical VU meters as well as an audio, whereas the left monitor, or the right monitor I should say, I'm sorry, has horizontal VU meters but no audio. If I want to turn on the audio on this one, exact same thing. I press menu, go into the settings menu, enter it, go through the pages. I can identify this monitor while I'm at it. Put the audio on. In this case, maybe I want to listen just to channel 1. Press enter. Menu again. And now we're going to have volume. And notice the on-screen or under monitor display is now identified as cam 1. So these are some of the functions that you find in the menu. Of course, in the direct menu, you can toggle through the vector waveform. You can go to blue check, mono or black and white, and back to color. You can put in a marker. You can change the scan. This is an overscan. This is pixel to pixel. You can switch to analog input. In this case, it's my DVD. I could change the aspect ratio, as you can see here. And of course, on an SDI signal, I can look at the H and V, just like any other monitor. Notice time code is displayed. So I've got everything that I'm used to seeing from a TV Logic monitor. Looking at the back of the PRM902, we see that we have monitor 1, monitor 2, SDI inputs, component, analog composite inputs, programming, which allows me to have the ability to adjust colors or upgrade the unit, and remote, where I can tally, I can turn tally on or change the input via remote. The whole unit is powered through an XLR4 DC 12 volts 3 amperes, and as you can see, effectively half of a monitor, or half the 19-inch is one monitor and then the other. Of course, these are the internal speakers for the monitor.